first to thank Professor Luke and Mr. Renzo for being with us today in this session, and for being also keynote speakers in the iCareTech2020, so for being collaborators in the organization of the conference as two organizations who have and long experience in the field of AT and Rehabilitation. It's been an honor and an added value to the conference itself.
Good evening for all participants. This is the first session of iCare2020 conference. In this session, we have one keynote speaker and 3 papers. Each speaker will have 15 minutes max and 3 minutes for discussion. The first, we have the keynote speaker, Mr. Renzo Andrich from Italy with electrical engineering background. He has been working in Dan Carlo Genic for more than 37 years in Milano, Italy, in a non-profit organization operating a large network of care and rehabilitation centers. Mr. Renzo has led the SIVA Network and chaired the AAATE Association. He chaired EASTIN Network. He is a good researcher in the field. His title of the talk, Toward Global Information Network on Assistive Technology.
Good morning, dear ladies, dear gentlemen, dear colleagues, dear distinguished participants. I apologize for not being able to be with you physically in this important conference, but however, I am happy to be with you virtually, and I am honored to give you this keynote talk through this video recording. Well, the topic of my presentation is towards a global information network on assistive technology information. But before coming to the topic, I would like to introduce myself. Who am I? As a background, I am an electrical engineer. I graduated at the Padua University over 40 years ago. My main work experience was at Fondazione Dognocchi, which is a big network of rehabilitation centers based in Milano but spread all over Italy. And there I worked as head of assistive technology research. During this period, I did a lot of educational activities. In particular, I was director of a postgraduate course on assistive technology, and I'm still now doing this kind of work. I have been and I am currently the president of EASTIN, the Global Assistive Technology Information Network, and I have also had the opportunity to be president of the AAAT, which is the Association for the Advancement of Assistive Technology in Europe. Well, about my private life, I am married with Lucia and I have 4 children, quite grown up now. So, what I'm doing now, I work as an independent consultant on assistive technology. I am based in Belluno, Italy, which is a beautiful town in a beautiful mountain area of the Dolomites. You see on the left on the map where Belluno is in northeast Italy. You see a small picture of this town, and this other picture gives you a flavor of what the Dolomite Mountains are. So I'm quite lucky to be in that area. However, what I'm going to say is mainly based on my over 30 years of work in the Fondazione Dognocchi, in this network of rehabilitation centers. In my activity, I was mainly involved in assistive technology information. I was involved in education of professionals and users. I was involved also in the individual assessment of assistive solution for the people with disabilities. And this gave me the opportunity to work with a lot of other professionals, medical doctors, speech therapists, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, teachers, psychologists, and so on. Because, you know, when you have to work with the client to find an assistive solution, you need a lot of competencies and expertise of many people, of many professions. And then, last but not least, I've been involved quite a lot in research and development about advanced assistive technology products and methodologies in the field of assistive technology provision. One of the activities who took a lot of time in professional activity was the management of the Italian National Information Portal on Assistive Technology, the SIBA Portal, which is now in Italy the prime reference information resources for people with disabilities, for professionals in the field. And the portal helps the person to know what assistive products are in the market and guides to choose the assistive product meeting each individual need. But of course, information alone is not enough. People, after knowing that assistive products exist that may solve the problem, they need to go to centers where there is a team with expertise, centers where you have a comprehensive set of assistive products you can try out, learn how to use until finding what is the best solution for you. This network of assistive technology centers is called the SIVA Network. The SIVA Network doesn't provide or sell the assistive technology. It works for the assessment of the person's need to find the suitable assistive products and then to recommend them. Then the person with this recommendation goes to the local health authority if this technology can be provided by the state or has to buy it through other with their own money or through other schemes or donations. Well, when we speak about assistive technology, we speak of a big world of products supporting independent living and personal assistance in all areas of daily life. So we have products for mobility like wheelchairs, adapted cars, walking aids, and so on. We speak about products for helping personal care, washing himself, dressing, cooking, housekeeping, and so on. We speak about technology for the adaptation of work site for workers who need special arrangements on the work site to perform a productive and efficient work. We speak about technology helping assistance at home of, for example, elderly people. We speak about the design of mainstream products or facilities that for everybody, designed in such a way that can be used also by elderly people or people with disability. Like, for example, this gentleman sitting in the wheelchair in the picture who is using the computer through a mouse handled with the mouth. We speak about technology to support education of children in the school. We can speak about how to make the house collaborative, to give some level of automation, to help to make the house doing independently some function that so to release the person from the need to do it by himself or herself. We can speak about technology for sport, for leisure. We speak about prosthetics, which means equipment replacing parts of the body, or orthotics, which means devices supporting parts of the body. we speak about sensory aids, such as hearing aids. We speak about technology to access the computers, the smartphone, the tablet, to access information and culture. So we have a lot of technology, can be high technology, low technology in all areas of life. Because there is a lot of people needing assistive products. Of course, the first group of people needing assistive products are people with severe disability conditions. These people you see in the pictures cannot live without assistive products, or cannot live a productive, rewarding life without assistive products. But there are also other very small problems in everyday life where a person with disability can do without assistive technology, but with an assistive technology, this person can do it better, faster, in a more secure way, without making too much effort. As we can see in the pictures, starting from the left, you see the adaptation of a kitchen for a person in a wheelchair in order to make this lady independent in doing all the cooking and the housekeeping. On the left, you see the disabled children taking his brother. So in this case, is the child using his technology to bring the brother. On the bottom left, you see a simple device to help a person who cannot bend down to wear the sockets. Then in the bottom, in the center, you see a pill organizer, which is for a person who has to take a lot of pills during the day. And this helps to remember which pills I have to take on which day at what time. Then you see an adapted glass and other things. So there are many people in the world needing assistive products. Actually, the definition of the World Health Organization of assistive products is quite broad. The definition speaks about any external product, including devices, equipment, instruments, or software, especially produced or generally available, the primary purpose of which is to maintain or improve an individual functioning and independence, and thereby promote their well-being. Assistive products are also used to prevent impairments and secondary health conditions. For the WHO, which means the World Health Organization, assistive products have become a very important issue. This document, which is called the Priority Assistive Product List of the WHO, says that assistive products are the fourth pillar of the health strategies and policies, at the same level of importance as vaccines, medicines, and medical devices. Well, now, information on assistive technology is a very important topic. There are many assistive products exist, but it is difficult for the person who needs them to know where they are and how to find that. So this is the reason why in 2005 we started, thanks to a European project, the Eastin Network. The Eastin Network is now, in the past was a European network, now is a worldwide network. So the official name is the Global Assistive Technology Information Network. Basically, the public appearance of this network is the Eastin website. Here you see the home page. The website is accessible in many languages, and this is not just Google translated information, is professionally translated information in 25 languages so far. But it is prepared for hosting an unlimited number of languages. Technically speaking, the Eastin is not a database of assistive product in itself. It is a kind of search mechanism, search engine. It is composed of 3 tiers. It's a 3-level architecture. You have a presentation tiers. This is the level that appears to the users device. Device can be a mobile phone, can be a computer, can be a tablet, or whatever else. Then we have the middle level, the application tier, where the real EASTIN engine is hosted. And at the lower level, we have the data tier, which is outside the EASTIN system. It is the data, it is the level of the data which are hosted in the EASTIN Partners databases. Actually, EASTIN is an aggregator of databases of many countries. In the first level, the users accesses the system through a normal web browser on his or her device. In the real engine, we have a set of components based on Microsoft.NET framework that gets the user request, look into the data, and gets the information, packs the information, and send it back to the user. And then in the data tier, we have the database of the partners and a system that interacts, that makes the links between the data and the engine. So when the user makes a request, this is processed, is sent to all the databases, and the data are collected from the databases, go back to the engine, and are presented at the end, eventually to the user. So the user can search in various ways. He or she can search for assistive products, for companies, for documents, and can search the products by ISO code. ISO is the international classification of assistive technology. Can search by brand, model, by keywords, by a number of parameters. And at the result of research, this is an example you see. In this case, the user was searching for special keyboards for people with disability. He gets the list. At the top of the list are the most recently updated products. And you see from the source database that the first products come from the French national database, the second from the German national database, the third from the UK, and the fourth from the Italian database, and so on. And when you select each product, you get a complete technical records in your language, in the language you have selected. Or if it is free text, this is in your language if it was originated from your country, or in English it was not originated. If we look at the contents of the EASTIN system, we see that now there are a lot of products all over the world. Almost 70,000 products are connected to the EASTIN system. The majority of them, as you see from this diagram, belongs to the category of personal mobility and transportation. But then in decreasing orders, you see products for self-care activities, products for the home, furnishing fixtures and other products. And then you see products for communication and information management, and so on. Of course, every day you make a search, you may get different results because the data are not inside the system, are fished from the different databases of the partners, and each partner is updating every day their database. Who is running the EASTIN system? The EASTIN system is run by the EASTIN Association, which is a non-for-profit body created in 2005 by some organization based in the European Union, and which is recently evolved to a global perspective, with the goal to gradually become the worldwide assistive technology information hub. We have currently 7 partners. Partners are organizations that operate national databases that feed the EASTIN system. Then we have affiliates organizations that are organizations that have no database, but they maintain a specific language layer in the EASTIN system. And then we have 13 national contacts that are organizations that don't have any database, don't have a linguistic layers, but volunteer to serve as EASTIN national contacts in other countries. This is very important because a user going to the EASTIN system wants to put a question, a clarification. This question is sent to the national contacts of your country, not from a centralized body. So the answer will be given by somebody who knows about your country. If we look at all the databases that are connected to the EASTIN system, we found a wealth of information. Each of these portals, like the Italian SIBA Portal, have a lot of facilities. Just a quick look on the homepage of the Disabled Living Foundation from the UK database. This is the homepage of the Rehabilitation, the German database. This is from Denmark, the National Danish database. This is from Belgium, and this is from Australia. So if you know the language of these partners, you can go also directly there and to find the information you need with a higher level of deepness than the one that you can find in the Eastin Network. However, the power of the Eastin portal is that there is one door where you can enter, and then you can be redirected to all the world from there. Now I come to the main conclusions. The first conclusion is that the EASTIN system has proven a feasible approach to aggregate assistive technology information resources from all over the world. The second message is that the EASTIN is not competing with national databases. It only aggregates information of international interest, while the national databases still are important because they provide comprehensive and detailed information for citizens of that country. That organizations who participate in the EASTIN find a big added value because thanks to this participation, you can help to improve your national system through the exchange of expertise all over the world. The Eastin Network is not closed to the current members. It is open. Other members, other partners who want to join can make the application, and there is a procedure for judging the application and eventually admitting in the network. And the ambition of the network is to become truly global by having all major national databases connected and national contacts in most countries worldwide. We have one national contact here in Palestine, and I'm happy to speak in this conference also because of that. So thank you for your kind attention. I will say also in Italian, grazie per la vostra gentile attenzione. I apologize for not being able to say it in your beautiful language. Thanks for the attention. Goodbye.
Okay, again, thanks for Mr. Renzo for his nice speech.
I'd like to thank Mr. Renzo. He's still with us. I will use this break actually. I can't take breaks. Thank you, Renzo, for the wonderful speech at the beginning of this session.
So thank you very much for listening. I may understand that you had troubles in listening. I hope at least you could capture the main concepts. However, I understand that you will publish the presentation somewhere, so you can have a look with better audio. But
yeah, well,
I know it's also always like that. The first speech has always trouble.
Thank you very much. It was very interesting. I can say that because I played the video from my laptop. But to all friends and colleagues who are attending today, we will publish this video and all other videos also on our iCare official website. Just type in this website for everyone in the chat box. It's iCare.azhar.edu. Yes. shortly after the conference is over, we will post the videos and also the abstracts of all contributions. Maybe you will find it interesting to look at reports generated from iCare project on assessing the local needs in terms of rehabilitation and assistive technologies in Palestine, and also benchmarking the European standards in those in the same fields, so as to match the gap between both regions. Mr. Renzo, if we want to follow your steps here in Palestine towards establishing something like a national network of stakeholders and workers in the field of AT and rehab tech, is there a shortcut to that?
Yes, I will be glad if I can help in any way. However, I think being part of the EASTIN network gives you the possibility to look at a lot of good practices all over the world, also in countries that may be more similar in terms of number of population and let's say social system.
Yeah, we actually had one of the sessions planned to be organized, but the recent COVID-19 wave in Gaza here forced us to go live on the virtual environment. But we had this plan to have you as a guest in one of the panel sessions to talk about or to give advices on how to encourage more collaboration between different bodies in Palestine who are actually concerned with disabilities. The works are great here, but we sense that there is a lack of coordination to a certain extent. That makes us think as an iCare project in terms of sustainability to look for a national policy or a suggestion for a national policy that governs how those services are provided. I'm sure Europe was there at some stage, and it has, over the obstacles of coordination amongst different organizations. So I was asking, just that the government should take the role of the lead in this.
In my experience, one very effective way to have a coordination is to have an assessment center where people with disability can go and ask for suggestions to find the technology that is suitable for them and adapted to the local context. And in this assessment center, to have a multidisciplinary team. In my team, for example, we had physiotherapist, occupational therapist, speech therapists, engineers, and architects, and also some people from the school system, let's say teachers, that in our country we have integrated education, so we had the normal teachers that teach the normal subjects and the supporting teachers that help disabled people integrated into normal class to follow the program and to have some individualized approach. And also these persons are important to be involved in the team.
Excellent. I believe we still have a long way to go, but it's worth the effort.
Yes, I'm really impressed of the way you were able to organize this conference with so many stakeholders there. So let's heartily congratulations for that. So I think it's a very good start, and I'm really confident that you will do great things.
Inshallah. Thank you very much.
Inshallah.
heard that you started learning some Arabic words.
شكرا. واحد اثنان ثلاثة, only words I can say.
You there, three.
Three, yes.
دكتور حسين
Yes, yes.
ما عرفناش بشكل أوضح.
يعني I was interested when I hearing Dr. Renzo. We have here in Gaza the Independent Life Center, which we work depending on independence and autonomy, and we have this team with the occupational therapist, the social worker, and the artists, and we have the teachers. So we work with in two levels with the education, with the children who are enrolled in the schools and the other person with disabilities, and we have just a comprehensive plan, all the team with the participants of the person with disabilities, and for the children, one of the parents participate in this conference meeting, putting the table. We have protocol and they have this procedure. And really, we have successful stories in this center. And I think my colleague Amal will talk a bit about in her paper about the center. And it's an open invitation to visit our center to take feedback from our center for these successful stories.
I really hope before or later, after the pandemic, to be able to visit you.
Look forward to that. You'll be very welcomed in Gaza.
Yeah, inshallah. Bene, grazie.
Grazie. Thank you for this nice talk. And good continuation.
I really appreciate your continued support.
We have to say to Dr. Renzo, Viva Gaza now. Before we said Viva Italia. So Viva Gaza, yeah?
Viva Gaza, sì.
Viva Gaza. Thank you.